What's up, y'all? Exodus 1, aka Indigo Sky, aka y'all already know who it is, man. Trigger ranking. So what's up, everybody? We here today. Tomorrow's Christmas. Happy Christmas Eve, everybody. Y'all know the rules. Like, subscribe, share. Definitely hit notification. If you're feeling generous, wanna donate to my channel. Cash App is at the top of the description of my channel. Also, if you want to follow me on other platforms, everything is at the top of my description. With that being said, let's get it started.
You were watching a master at work.
All right, so the first video we're gonna do is O'Shea Duke Jackson. Basically, it's talking about Dave Chappelle ruins Charlie Kirk's legacy. So let's listen to what Mr. O'Shea Duke Jackson has to say about Dave Chappelle and Charlie Kirk. Let's go.
On September 10th, 2025, Charlie Kirk was assassinated at Utah Valley State University. Of course, it shocked the entire nation, both on the left and on the right. And once it settled in that Charlie Kirk had passed away, a lot of people, even across the world, started making a very interesting comparison.
I said to you, I felt Charlie Kirk getting killed is actually a bigger moment, a more seismic moment in history than Martin Luther King getting killed. Right?
Now let's look at the historical impact of what the guy is saying. Seems like to me he's South African, but I've heard this particular statement before, and it just doesn't make sense. And don't get me wrong, when Charlie Kirk passed away, a lot happened. People got fired from their jobs just for making fun of him. But it wasn't the same thing that happened with Martin Luther King. After MLK's assassination, there were riots in over 100 US cities. His death forced immediate federal action, which we now know as the Fair Housing Act of 1968, which was passed days later. And his death marked the end, or the symbolic end, of the classical civil rights.
To the Christmas dining table, some families like to go all out, others prefer a homier feast.
Meanwhile, Charlie Kirk's death yielded no laws, no reforms, and no rights.
He's right, you know.
Fast forward! So I want to deal with this whole MLK versus Charlie Kirk comparison, because this is something that a lot of the people on the white right was saying. In some cases, you may hear that Charlie Kirk was greater than MLK, but what you're hearing usually is Charlie Kirk was our version of MLK, or this generation's version of MLK. And when you talk about Martin Luther King, you talk about somebody who was the ultimate moral authority, a man who confronted the system with nonviolence, a man who didn't react publicly to scrutiny or racism. And this is why conservatives try to demolish the moral authority of Martin Luther King. And it's interesting, for a person that is being compared to Martin Luther King, Charlie Kirk once said this.
As far as what I said, yes. I mean, Martin Luther King, happy to go into it. Very troubled past, well-known, all that sort of stuff, right?
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who you think you is?
Let's talk about this claim about Martin Luther King being a rapist or cheating on his wife. Now, there is evidence from Reverend Ralph Abernathy himself.
When he wrote the book, that was his best friend. He wrote a book after, and the craziest part, he wrote the book about Martin Luther King, exposing him cheating on his wife, and shit, probably like a year later, he was dead. And that was his homeboy, so he shouldn't have wrote that book. Well, he shouldn't have put that
Martin Luther
in there.
King was engaged in extramarital affairs. But this particular claim was put out by J. Edgar Hoover. The FBI alleged, without public evidence, that MLK engaged in sexual misconduct and worse. They considered him a threat.
So they talking about, yes, I did. Yes, I did. What's up, everybody? Where y'all tapping in from? Y'all hit the like button, man. But yeah, Martin Luther King did have extramarital affairs, but at the end of the day, bro, like the dude who's calling him out, which is J. Edgar Hoover, that dude really has some stuff going on. Y'all look up J. Edgar Hoover and Maya Lansky. A gangster? No, not a gangster.
Wiretapped him illegally, tried to black him into suicide, and then fed negative stories, to the media. But if they have this
at the end of the day, that's the truth. That's only true. Like, he definitely was a man. He wasn't perfect. He wasn't Jesus. So, how can we,
evidence that Martin Luther King was a rapist, why didn't they arrest him then? They had the evidence, right?
Nah, I doubt he was a rapist. I don't doubt any of that, because if they
same light. But let's go further. Charleston White was asked about the same thing, and his response was interesting.
You can't compare a white man in 2025 to a Negro colored man in the 1960s.
Not get a consolidation loan until you see this. Amara Lopez here, and if you're thinking about getting a consolidation loan to combine your credit card debts,
that don't even compare. The privilege alone separates the two. It's easy for him to go on a college campus and never have nothing done to him until he was killed. Everywhere Dr. King went, he was threatened, under danger. That's the difference. Dr. King say all people hold hands. Charlie wasn't talking like Dr. King. Charlie was talking against black people with nothing good to say.
Charleston White gives some really good reasons why the comparisons don't even hold up. Martin Luther King was leading a civil rights movement trying to dismantle racism. Charlie Kirk is a political activist / content creator whose aim was to really mobilize young conservatives, and that ideology with Turning Point, it was becoming very successful. It also had different risks and sacrifices. Now, both would lose their life to gun violence, but Martin Luther King was jailed multiple times, one time even stabbed. Did that ever happen to Charlie Kirk? Was he ever?
Charlie Kirk was able to just go around the world and just, hey, I'm a white man, I could do this. But when it comes to Martin Luther King, everywhere he went, he was threatened. Everywhere Martin Luther King went, it was a threat on his life.
Jailed for his opinion? He was never stabbed, was he? Martin Luther King also faced FBI surveillance with J. Edgar Hoover spreading misinformation or even lies on him. He received death threats. Now, this probably is also what Charlie Kirk had in common, but the framework that Kirk and Martin Luther King faced, number one, times are different. Two, the races are different. So they cannot be compared. The missions are not the same, and the risks or sacrifices are not the same.
He's right,
And I'm not the only person that feels that way.
But for that ignorant ass white bitch just jumped her ass on this mother to say that dumb ass out the side of her motherfucking neck. And if you ain't heard what she said, y'all, this goofy done said that Charlie Kirk is to white people what Martin Luther King was to black folks. Is you dumb? Is you cool, bitch? Cause there ain't no fucking comparison there.
Woo! On December 20th,
Oh shit, here go the Dave Chappelle part.
Netflix dropped Dave Chappelle's new stand-up, The Unstoppable, right after the Anthony Joshua Jake Paul fight.
Oh.
And of course, there was some commentary about Dave Chappelle.
And the whites were quick to say this. They said, Charlie Kirk is this generation's Martin Luther King. No, he's not. Yeah, that's a reach. You know, they both got murdered in a terrible fashion. They both got shot in the neck, but that's about where those similarities end.
Woo! That's interesting because that's the only thing they have in common. But wait,
Charlie Kirk is a mother internet personality. No, by design. Fundamentally, he can't function like Dr. King. Internet niggas are negative because they have to be. Because nobody will engage them unless they say that makes them upset. That's Charlie Kirk. Could you imagine Dr. King was behaving like Charlie Kirk? Smash that like button and subscribe. Follow me for more content.
You see, people on the internet, including myself from time to time, we get views or attention from saying things that are negative. It's kind of how the internet works. Most people don't grow larger or bigger without some level of controversy online. And this is no different than Charlie Kirk. I mean, he was master controversy. He said things on the internet to go viral that was negative, talk down on communities. And if he didn't do that, nobody would really engage Charlie Kirk. I mean, he wasn't really the brightest guy, in my honest opinion, as far as, he just really wasn't. I mean, he just had the same kind of talking points, here or there, and that was it. But people engaged him because he was willing to say whatever he felt, especially as a white guy. And he talked about if Martin Luther King
Using FanDuel Picks, the easiest way to get in on the action. Pick your favorite players and predict more or less for.
What would it look like? And it will look like something that's you don't take seriously. You can't compare either one of these guys to each other because one was influential and viral. The other one, Martin Luther King, was transformative. Woo! Martin Luther King brought black people and white people together. Charlie Kirk did the opposite. And the only time he brought black people and white people together was the blacks that hated other blacks. Let's talk about all the blacks in Turning Point USA at one point. Brandon Tatum, Candace Owens. He only brought sellouts to Turning Point USA. Martin Luther King brought a line of respect amongst all races, didn't try to make you change your obvious opinions or your thoughts, but to at least have the conversation where there is some level of parity between groups. And then here's the part that the Charlie Kirk fans don't want to understand.
I know there are a lot of Christians in this country that are sad because what he said spoke to something that they already believed. And it made their feeling of Christian power stronger. But here's the reality, whether because you live in a bubble where you are or you don't interact with people from marginalized communities very much, that you don't seem to understand. His words, his actions, the people he supports are consistently endangering and showing hatred to marginalized communities in this country. Minorities.
Charlie Kirk, he might have done some good things, but he did so much to show so much hatred towards marginalized communities in the country. It's one thing for him to say that he isn't racist, but it's another thing for people to feel that way, to feel that they're being attacked by what he has to say. Then to compare him to Martin Luther King, who is the opposite, who tried to bring people together, who other things, tried to still keep a level of decorum. And see, the reason why this is the case, because the right doesn't have somebody that they can look up to. The white right, rather, right? I mean, now you have Nick Fuentes, who's on the extreme white right, but they don't have somebody with a higher moral compass. And the closest they can get to that person is Charlie Kirk. He's a married guy, he's a Christian, he's faithful to his wife until Candace Owens exposed him. He's the guy that pushes Jesus. So this was an opportunity for the white right to have somebody out there that was kind of squeaky clean. And that's the image that Martin Luther King had. So they're both outspoken. They both will challenge the world ideologies, and that's kind of where it stopped. But the reality is that Charlie Kirk was this person that died before we could really understand that, okay, he was cheating on far. He had those other things going on. And so that's what they're looking at. Okay, so this is our person who we can say is without fault. The same way that you can say that MLK was without fault. But the reality is that they don't mix. If you want to make comparisons in sports, we can do so. And we have done it. We've done it with Tom Brady and Joe Montana. There's been Magic Johnson and Anthony Hardaway. The best one is Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. We could even say Michael Vick versus Lamar Jackson. But we can't compare apples and oranges. And Charlie Kirk himself never. So by that logic, he cannot be considered that which he looked down upon. So that's why it doesn't work. So guys, when you think you should play up to Jackson back at it again.
Hey man, y'all check out that boy O'Shea Duke Jackson. Let me see. I know I passed something. It was something I wanted to watch up here earlier. Let me see. Oh, the David shit. Yeah, we about to watch something about David, y'all. This is Trap. We are now, we about to switch channels. We will now be reacting to Trap Moore Ross channel, orated by Trap Laura Ross. And it's about David Journal, self-snitching.
It's not the holidays until you've seen Garden Lights Holiday Nights at the Atlanta Botanical Garden. Get tickets now.
Aaron Patterson invites her in-laws for lunch and they had beef Wellington.
The death of 3 people.
Ratmore gang. This David situation, it just gets crazier every day. Some days I can't even believe what I'm looking at. And today is no exception. What I'm about to tell you is wild. Because after breaking down to you guys that very bizarre David interview where he basically said that, you know, I can't tell you who the voice on that album is because of copyright.
Yeah. So we covered that like some videos back. Y'all gotta go check it out. Cause I took a whole hiatus off, man, like a whole day off. I had to get some rest, man.
I'm pulling some super weird face, acting very, very strange, okay? He also said in that interview that when it came to his Withered album, where a voice that sounds awfully a lot like Celeste, a lot of people on the internet believe that that voice is Celeste, okay? When David was in the process of releasing that album, he said in that interview, I wrote a diary, I wrote a journal of everything about what I was going through at the time, every little detail, everything about every single song. I'm trying to get these headphones a bit more comfortable. Let me get them. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Every single detail of every single song, he said he was going to break it all down in this journal. And I said, I can't wait to get my hands on that journal. I can't wait to see what was in that journal where he breaks down every single song, including the song where Celeste was featured on the song. I've got it. I've got the journal. I've got David's secret journal, songs from Withers.
This dummy, man, from all these entertainers, man, all this recording shit, bro. Like from R. Kelly back in the day to Diddy to this stupid, like
bad. It's bad. All right, it's bad. So let's look at some of the comments, right? People saying page 6 is so disrespectful to God. Why the amen? Is he serious? He has blood spattered on the book. The whole book is demonic and sounds like the spirit of death talking. Depressing, hopeless, and helpless and suicidal thoughts. Not. Okay. He was saying, thank you. I'm curious how much the industry had a hand in creating this David universe. I believe he could be so twisted without evil. I find it hard to believe he could be so twisted without evil influence. Almost reminds me of kids raised in strict, often religious houses who go crazy with sex, drugs, and breaking religious values once they get a taste of freedom in college. Okay. People saying they think he...
It's almost like, I don't know if y'all know about Aleister Crowley. Aleister Crowley, one of the most... He's covered as one of the most evil people in the world. Went up the ranks in a lot of different secret societies, fighting against God, and that was the one thing he needed when he was leaving and going to the next side. So.
Lured online by the 764 cult. Okay, that's crazy, right? It's wild. It's actually wild. Okay, it's breaking it all down. Okay. The page is wild, okay? People saying this is a murderer's manifesto, allegedly, all right? Does this photo look really similar to anyone else? This man thinks he's slick, disgusting, RIP Celeste. Okay, interesting, that's the one circled. That is from a music video with a lookalike. But that, ooh, them two pictures together, ooh, that's a bit crazy. Invisible string theory equals the red shush tattoo. I believe there was talk of it being red string. So look, I'll just read you the whole thing. I think why not just break it all down. I'll read you the whole thing. And I will make it very clear when I get to the part in the video, okay, where we are talking about the Celeste song, okay, if you want to...
bro. We ain't skipping nothing over here, bro.
For that part, you probably hunt it down, but I'm going to read it all to you. It says, "Welcome to Withered. I started this journey as a homeschooled kid, making music for Fortnite montages, never imagining where it would take me. Over time, I drew inspiration from everything around me." Bear in mind, the album's called Withered, right? And there was a body that was found decaying in his trunk, the body of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Rest in peace to her. She was 14 when she died, okay? Drawing inspiration from everything around me, the album's called Withered. What is this psycho shit? Anime, movies, and even other people's lives. I think that's cap. It's so beautiful watching you guys connect to the music and most importantly, connect to me. The last 2 years have been a journey since I left Houston. New places, new people, new experiences have shaped me in ways I never expected. The album is the first time I've truly opened up about my own life, my own stories. It's raw, it's real, and it's me. Let me zoom in. I still got a zoomer in? So I've got the zoom in. And me, thank you for listening, for connecting, and for being part of this journey. I hope these songs mean as much to me as to you as they do to me. I love you all infinitely. XOD4VD. With the 4 that people be saying, if you flip it upside down, it does be looking like a bad thing. Okay, we're going to go through the whole thing. Let's just go through the whole thing, because I feel like the whole album does hark towards this incident. Atomic Land is a song I wrote about the implications of delusion in a relationship. Bro, the whole thing is about Celeste. That's how it seems in my opinion, all right? A song I wrote about the implications of delusion in a relationship that's just starting out and rekindling. When you meet someone new or start to gain feelings for a person, what's that say, the legs, the things, the logs, I don't know what that one says. The things you know about them suddenly becomes the more.
Man, they ain't locked this man. They ain't locked this man up. Yeah?
Dependence on the thought of that person and often outweighs the actual experiences you have with them. Ooh, that's a bit messed up. Often leading to disappointment we bring into ourselves, and it's completely our fault for expecting an outcome of a connection because of the amount of dopamine, oh my God, your infatuation produces, which then leads to irrational.
This man writing about a girl he met when she was 11 years old. We wanted to play some halal.
Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin. Irrahman Ar-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alayhim ghayril maghdubi 'alayhim waladdallin.
And unrealistic views of what you and this person actually are. Bruh.
All set. Your furnace is tuned up. Get ready for some.
Sounds to me like you're describing like getting into a relationship. It's just, to me, in my opinion, it just sounds like you're describing, getting into a relationship with a minor, having these expectations and not leading up to it. Maybe you realize, hey, wait a minute, I'm just in an immature relationship with a minor. This isn't working out the way I thought it was. There's dopamine from me possessing this person that I met on Discord all these years ago. It's not working out. That's just my opinion how you could take it if it does turn out that he was involved in the situation. I've got to be careful what I say. But this is crazy. From the get-go, this is a mess. This is just fucked up from the mess. It's a mess from the get-go, right? Sky is a song inspired by Chicken Little. Haha. At face value, it may sound like nothing more than a funny reference to the sky is falling, but I applied that to my own life and personal experience. This is just whole thing's gonna be a confession.
Lock this man up, bruh. Lock his ass up.
It's extremely draining to feel like the entire world is crumbling around you.
What is we talking
and the
about?
person or people in your life that are most important are drowning in ignorance to your situation because they don't understand the severity.
We should be talking about this man, how they whooping his ass in jail right now.
Well, you're feeling.
Instead, we reading poetry and shit.
Bro, stop confessing. Can you stop confessing? Can you just stop confessing, please? Oh my God. This last bit, I've got to do the magnifier just so that you can see everything really well. It can even feel like you're in the wrong for feeling how you do, especially when those emotions are hard to explain. You feel like let down for not being able to keep up appearances or end up being patronized by someone you love because you can't keep it together. Is the absolute worst. Sad face. David, man, could you not told on yourself at every single turn? And now to our next masterpiece in self-snitching. Track 3, You Left Me First. Okay? Is that Heart? Is that him recording in a closet back in the day? Said You Left Me First is a conceptual think piece of how I viewed my first relationship. Very contradictory to the title. In this relationship, I was the one who constantly had to detach myself and leave multiple times, often being mistreated and emotionally neglected to the point where it felt like she was leaving me spiritually and emotionally. Perhaps physically, perhaps leaving this earth, maybe?
Album recommendations. The first Nas album, the first Outkast album, the first Snoop Dogg album. Yeah, I got some green in here too. I lit up. I got some green. I just put one out. But yeah. What other album recommendations? A Tribe Called Quest. Midnight Marauders. That's the name of the album, Midnight Marauders. Maybe the Low End Theory, Tribe Called Quest. You already listened to them? Damn. But what about all the Kendrick shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Get into that Good Kid, Mad, all that right there. Let's get back to this poetry reading they doing over here. This nigga supposed to be locked up. We reading poetry.
Although I was the one who left physically, the themes throughout the song talk about trying to mend a broken relationship by myself with no effort from the other side.
So you got that on vinyl. That's what's up. I'm trying to get that GNX on vinyl. I gotta get about 2 or 3 of them.
With no effort.
I got all kind of vinyl right here. I got like sound. I got all kind of shit, bro. Like I got shit all over this motherfucker as far as like vinyls and stuff. I got movies, soundscapes, and all that.
Feeling as if there was no point in trying at all, going through very high points and even lower low points. I feel like the low points. I don't think anybody's
where you tapping in from
right now. I'm not saying I have sympathy, but like, Brad, you haven't low. Brad, when you wrote this diary, you didn't know how low these points could get. So I mentioned in the song that she loved me at my best and I loved her at her worst, which basically sums up how exhausting that cycle was, constantly having to keep up appearances for her and put her first, while her lack of reciprocation was eating away at me until I couldn't take it anymore. But hey, that's just love sometimes, I guess. What happened when you couldn't take it anymore? What did you get up to after you couldn't take it anymore? I'm seeing a lot of red on these images, right? A lot of red. That's the piano in the house. Okay, I just want to keep track, all right? These are looking like bloody thorns. Withered. Project's called Withered, right? Track 4, Say It Back. So much of the text looks like it's written in blood. I just want to point that out. This is actually wilder than I thought it was going to be. Let me just get this a bit more cleaned up. Can you see that? You can't actually see what I'm doing here.
Yeah, I think it's a Cardinals hat. I just collect hats, but I seen it, I liked it. It matched my fatigue, but it got the red, so I could wear it with my Jordans too. So that's all I'm saying. Yeah. But yes, it is.
I want to be able to just zoom in and show you guys what's going on, you know?
Yeah, this motherfucker nice. This motherfucker 5'5". Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I got so many hats, man. I got a hat. I could probably wear a different hat for maybe 2 years. And I'm not having no cap. I ain't got no reason to lie, bro. I can take you back there right now and just show you a glimpse of some shit, bro.
Well, look, magnifying glass plug-in. Say It Back, track 4. Say It Back is such a powerful song for me and my growth as a person. The themes of this song deal with more unreciprocated love.
I've been collecting for a minute, so I'm in the hundreds. I got a hat of hair I bought from Trinidad James before he blew up, man. At Ginza, downtown Atlanta. Honestly, this is the only I ain't got no. Do I got one? I think I do got a red sox. I got one. It's black and white. I do got one.
And unappreciated feelings. The most universal response to someone saying they love you is saying I love you too in return, or even I love you more. If you got it like that, haha. But to say I love you and not hear it back is crushing. Really? How crushing, David? What would you do after someone did that to you? Especially when you actually love the person you're saying it to. I'm usually a very understanding person. I rarely hold a grudge. But in the situation this song is based on, I most definitely did. I didn't even really mean the words crossed out. I said, but
I ain't gonna lie, I definitely got more Yankee hats. I got the Kobayashi. I don't know if you know who that is. I got the Kobayashi Yankee hat. It's yellow like mustard. Real talk. Got a little hot dog on the front of it. I got all kind of goddamn Yankee hats and shit. I might have like, let me see. I probably got about 5 or 6 of them. Probably got about 5 or 6 Yankee hats.
Sometimes it gets to a point where becoming numb to mistreatment doesn't work anymore. When I feel things, I feel them on
Yeah. Okay,
levels.
you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, man, that shit it's mustard orange. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go run and get it because I had to cut my light on and I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Stay tuned. I'm coming right back, bro. We're gonna play this shit though.
It's hard to concentrate on what's important to me because all I'm focused on is what's important to the other person. My love language is words of affirmation and acts of service. So the words and actions of people I care about matter so much to me. I call this song my final attempt at trying to figure out what my real feelings are before solidifying them in friend again. Mouth open emoji. Weirdo. Oh, friend again. Okay, and friend again. So now he's gonna basically
it's the Kobayashi joint right
solidify his feelings in friend again.
See, it got a little hot dog on it. 1977 World Series.
The David Universe is a very terrifying place. Friend Again is one of those songs that evokes
I got something, everything.
The explosion in the chorus. In this song, I'm coming to terms with the relationship ending for the betterment of my well-being. Had to do what you had to do to better your own well-being. In the verses, I talk about what could have been if we lived in a perfect world. And the pre-choruses bring me right back down to the reality of the situation.
I ain't gonna lie, I had liked it because it was just different. It did match. Like, I think I got a jacket I wear it with, but yeah, man.
Validation of love that isn't there anymore. So I have to stand on business. Can you just stop self-snitching? Can you please? And say that there's no possibility of us even being friends if we're not together because the energy would be very imbalanced because of the romantic history we share. In other words, I don't ever want to be your friend again. Well, you can't. You can't.
It's going on, what do they call it? Go on new era. No, this I don't even think this new era. This something on this the pro shit. This the pro shit. But you gotta check out the pro joints.
This is also a bit creepy. Chalk outline of a body, if you ask me. That's what it invokes of me. Track 6, somewhere in the middle. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think every single song would sound confessional, in my opinion. Okay, it says somewhere in the middle. Sigh. I folded. LMAO. In the verses of the song, this is a body. This is a body. That's the shape of a body. I'm sorry. That's the shape of a body. Behind the text, that's the shape of a body. He just said he can never be their friend again. This is insane. That's the shape of a body with a little line cut going through it. And what's this? This is the invisible string theory. It's the string between them. This body's standing up. This body's laying down upside down. You know when gangs put their logos upside down to say they're going to kill or K the other gangs? Damn. This body's upside down. This one's insane. That's the invisible string theory. I folded. The verses. This is insane. Once again, pointing out that she doesn't tell me she loves me and the fact that I gave her everything and got nothing in return. But sometimes you have to learn the hard way with love. Only thing is, this time I'm having a hard time deciding if I should love again or protect my heart, leaving me literally somewhere.
I mean, the way he's moving, the way this whole case is going, bro, this shit, like, bro, this man is like an evil fucking genius, bro. Like, I mean, how you unalive somebody and you still walking around this motherfucker, dog? Like, how, bro?
Damn, son.
I'm trying to figure this shit out. Like, how the fuck do you do this, bro? And it's a minor. It's a fucking kid, bro. Like, what?
In the middle between the two. Invisible string theory between two bodies in different states. Different states.
I mean, just don't kill nobody, bro. Please don't mess with no minors. But yeah, just don't hurt nobody. Don't mess with no minors, bro. You'll go a long way. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be in a gang, none of that kind of slick shit, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Just don't hurt nobody, bro. Get it yourself, bro.
Writing this song almost saying having to relive the confusion I felt balancing between love and letting go. Insane. I guess that's how you feel. I guess that's how you know what you felt wasn't superficial. Love isn't easy and it's often hard to follow after losing the plot over and over again. Amen. Crying, smiling face. This guy's twisted, man.
Why they don't play some some of that his sound?
Oh no, Caliucci's, we're going to need the crisis management team because you're all over this shit. Crashing out. Please don't tell me you got Caliucci's on a song and snitched on yourself in the most embarrassing way. Crashing with Caliucci's. This is a brand risk. Caliucci's, this is a brand risk. Get that song taken down. All right?
Definitely.
You have to do what you have to do.
Hey, that was a good one, bro. That was a good one. Gotta hit the DJ bell for you for that one, bro. If I could get comments like this all the time, that'll be cool. But we be having weirdos in here, and I'd be like, bro.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Hey, we have some weird.
This song is so real, man. It all really does come crashing down, whether emotionally, literally, physically, spiritually, whatever the case it may be, it crashes. This guy is absolutely twisted. Nothing lasts forever, and I make that clear in the song with my verses and chorus. But then the lovely Caliucci's contrast my melancholic mantra with her saving grace lyrics. She talks about the world crashing down, but being unbothered by what's going on around her because she's with the person she loves. Oh, must be nice. These little tidbits, like she's with the person she loves. Oh, must be nice. Like, what happened to the person you love? Can you tell us? Can you tell us what happened to the person you love? And that she'll stay by his side and won't let him go no matter how hard out.
Oh yeah, man. We be having some goddamn clowns coming in here, bro. Like instead of talking like furthering the common goal, like all of us trying to get on one accord, or if we even can't get on one accord, we can understand like okay our differences, and then we can have differences and shit like that. But these motherfuckers is crazy out here, dog. They come on here talking about all kind of just weird shit. See, but the thing is, bro, like I got like what 2 moderators. I ain't had my moderators in damn now, maybe a year, but bro, I don't get that much traffic, dog. I really don't get that much traffic, so that's why I just be like, they own some clown shit, but you're really helping the channel. Every time you comment, you're sending my video up in the algorithm. You see what I'm saying? So. And then sometimes I like to play with them because I got one moderator. We call her Granny. That's my baby Granny. Like, hey, you come in here with some bullshit, Granny finna get your ass up out of here. And sometimes we be wanting to just play with them, antagonize them, but Granny don't goddamn. She don't play with this shit. So.
Forces what like laws? What like?
But when I get bigger, man, you definitely can be one, bro. Like when I got like. Hundreds and hundreds of people. Definitely, you can be a moderator.
And you can
definitely, man.
Outside forces.
Like I said, I ain't really got
so much.
I ain't really got a lot of traction at the moment. So slowly but surely, man. I'm really trying to get monetized, man. So I'm trying to get monetized. That's it. And that's the only reason I'm really doing all these lives like this because I have to get 4,000 hours. I got the actual subscriber count. I just don't have the actual hours to get it monetized. So I'm still going. So
supported my music for so long, and I'm a huge fan of hers.
But let's listen to this. Trap Lil Ross, he's reading David's the little, I guess he had a memoir or something for the album. And it's so many things in this memoir that's correlating to basically this young girl being found unalived in his car is crazy, man. Like it's just really weird, bro. Like it's some weird shit. Like
Glad this one came together. Well, she's not supporting your music now. She is distant. This is a brand risk. This is a problem. She's not going to be feeling being in part of this, right? And all of that crashing out and self-snitching and just absolutely bizarre ranting and raving that seems to correspond with real events, in my opinion. We get to the song in question, the Invisible String Theory song. The song
that we think her
that
voice
many
is
people
on,
believe has the voice.
her voice is on this damn song. The invisible strings
Of the little girl Celeste Reeves Hernandez who was found dead in this truck. Okay? This is fucked. We've reached the crescendo point of this now, okay? My first interlude, inspired by a real conversation I had with someone I really thought I loved. With someone I really thought that loved me. He thought they loved you, but they didn't say it back. That person introduced me to the East Asian belief called the invisible string theory, as written and read. It's stated that
I don't know my other homie in here, but yeah, that's what they be coming in on, bro. Like we gotta clean.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghayril maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amen.
everyone has an invisible red thread attached to one finger from birth, and that thread leads you to the person that you are destined to find at some point in our lifetime. This scarlet connection is very significant in East Asian culture, and it's said to be unbreakable. Your string may lead to your future lover or best friend or even a pet you form a bond with at some point in your life. It's a beautiful concept that I find incredibly compelling, and I use this imagery in the storytelling of this album frequently. I just find it funny that person that introduced me to this unbreakable bond is now no longer in my life anymore.
Damn.
What a trip.
Bro, that sounds like you talking about the girl. Because he got a picture of her and it was saying something about the string theory. I think he was holding her hand and she got a red tattoo on her, I think it's her ring finger.
You probably business cards because we printed them for millions of small businesses.
This man is a killer.
What a fucking trip. This is actually such a trip. I'm like, this shit's a trip. This is worse than I could have possibly imagined. Next track, Is This Really Love? Here I go again asking more questions. I already know the answer to, shake my head. This song is a sister song to say it back in a way. Simple me yearning to know what I am to someone. As I'm writing this, I realize that might be my problem. I'm always longing to know how people perceive me. I'm annoying. I'm cool. Am I annoying? Am I cool? Am I attractive? Am I short? Yes, dummy. Am I loved? Am I hated? So on and so forth. It's a prominent thought that passes through my head with almost every interaction I have. But in this song, you can see how truly passive it is. I'm saying bluntly, if I'm not enough, let me know when you find what you're looking for. At that point in my life, writing this song, after being through the ups and downs of our love, I was honestly okay with just being a stepping stone in someone's journey to finding the person that they're meant to spend the rest of their life with. Even if it wasn't me, I feel like that's a very mature state of mind to be in, though. Whatever love I gave someone, so he said, whatever love I give someone is theirs to keep. If it ends up not working out, end. How did it end? Where did it go wrong? Please, just these titles are killing me. These titles are actually, bro. Can you stop?
It's like,
bro, where did it go wrong?
Bro, this is like a manifesto. This is. I know when they lock his ass up, I'm gonna be like,
Got it! Got it!
We're gonna have a party, nigga. We're gonna have a goddamn watch party. Watch, my nigga.
Where to Go Wrong is the epitome of self-reflection and honestly self-loathing too. The entire song is me genuinely explaining to myself why I don't belong with someone who isn't good for me. I never listen to instructions, which is a bad habit that I have, Steve Lacy reference, and I literally had to translate my advice into a song in order for it to get through to me. The chorus is only 2 sentences long, but it speaks volumes to me. Where did it go wrong with you? I don't belong with you. Where did it go wrong? How wrong did it go? Did it go really, really, really wrong? The question and the realization, both in the same chorus, is so meaningful to me because so much clarity can be found if we stop for a second and ask ourselves the questions we asked everyone else first. The outro verse of the song is me pouring my heart out into the mic, explaining how I feel about not knowing what I mean to her, feelings of not wanting to love anymore, being a little bit concerned, talking about how I again loved her at her lowest when it went completely unnoticed until I had enough. And it was too late. I'm just gonna read that again. The outro verse is the song of the song. Excuse me. The outro verse of the song is me pouring my heart into the mic, explaining how I feel about not knowing what I mean to her. Feelings on not wanting to love anymore, being a little bit conceited, and talking about how I again loved her at her lowest when it went completely unnoticed until I'd had enough and it was too late. What happened when it was too late? So this is Feel It, track 11, right? From Invincible. Brand risk. Now you're a brand risk. Okay, it's a problem. So I feel like I've been making sad songs since I started making music. To have the opportunity to kind of think about different things, it was kind of like, this is my moment to show people that I can be happy at some points too.
This nigga ain't got no, bro. Ain't no sad song. This shit is a murder dialogue. David, you listen to that shit, I might not fuck with you. If you listen to David, we can't be friends.
Sent it to Invincible and they said that's the one. It's interesting, right? Now you're happy.
If you listen to David, you're a weirdo, goddamn.
After that love's gone, that problem solved, you're happy, you're back to it, you're feeling it. You're feeling yourself. Not feeling yourself no more, okay? And look at this. Oh no, what happened, David? You're covered in blood. Bullet holes all around you, blood smeared all over the wall. What happened? This is creepy. Next track 12, what are you waiting for? So on this one it says, what are you waiting for was such a fun break from my sad boy, sad song vibe. I wrote it in Japan early in the morning after my friend Tyler sent me the beat, and I hopped on BandLab immediately to start cooking. The whole idea of the song is so egotistical, and
this nigga was recording on BandLab. I don't even know if I got so many apps on my phone. I might have this shit, but yeah. I mean, with Suno and all of that kind of shit right there, man, they making it where, bro, all you gotta do is write the song. And then go to Chat GPT and have them write the song for you. And then I guess reword it how you want to do it. And then take that and put it inside Suno, change the beat up. That's the crazy part.
Entitled me thinking I deserve to be sought after instead of doing the seeking out for once. Completely hypothetical situations. Seeing someone instead of going over to them and exuding my aura. Wait, his punctuation is terrible. Completely hypothetical situations, but seeing someone instead of going over to them and exuding my own aura and Riz is insane, but it translates into a song so well it doesn't even sound that crazy. But I loved writing it so much, and also getting back into my indie rock up-tempo bag was a refreshing experience. I miss making songs like this. But what are you waiting for? Music video shoot. This is made to look like Twitch chat. That's very, very interesting, right? Live on Twitch with Jason the Ween. I see you from across the room. Itami says, I thought I wouldn't feel a thing. They say it's getting colder now. I want to get close to you. I swear we've been here before. I guess you didn't notice me, but you do now. Oh, now you do. What are you waiting for? Because I'm standing here. It's never been so clear. Pokimane doesn't want to be associated with this. This is brand risk. Track 13, One More Dance. Now you want one more dance. And this is the music video where he's literally seen on camera dragging a dead body.
Come on, dog. One more dance, bro. Like, break out. Blowing me with this shit. One more fucking dance, bro. That's come on, bro.
In a fictionalized scenario and putting a body or two characters, one of whom is a lookalike for the little girl that was found dead in his trunk, putting a body in a trunk. This is twisted, okay? One More Dance. Classic David theme. Pure romance. Now you want one more dance. And this is the music video where he's literally seen on camera dragging a dead body in a fictionalized scenario and putting a body or two characters, one of whom is a lookalike for the little girl that was found dead in his trunk, putting a body in a trunk. This is twisted.
Bro, you gotta be kidding me, dog. So he got a video putting somebody dead in the trunk and a baby found dead in your car, bro. What the fuck is LAPD doing?
One More Dance. Classic David Thiemann vibe. Pure romance. This song is me literally longing for one more dance with somebody I don't have a connection with anymore. And that's a picture of you. That's you.
When they found the body dead in the man's car, they didn't even stop the tour. The nigga tour kept going on when they found the girl.
Damn, son.
So I'm just like
covered in blood.
Shit.
Are you like? And the LAPD still.
Bro, what the fuck is the LAPD
Can
doing?
somebody do something about this? The song's literally me longing for one more dance with someone I don't have a connection with anymore. Just to savor one more time. It's so beautiful to not think negatively about love all the time and have these bittersweet moments in my songwriting where you would think that I'm writing it head over heels in love and not from the perspective of a hearted yearner wishing for something he doesn't have. What the hell? We're nearly done. Don't tell me
come on.
A ghost is a dead person. Okay?
Oh
Ghost
my
is
God, bro. This hard to goddamn react to, bro. This hard to react to, bro. Like, this is, what the fuck, bro? Like, come on, dog.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups. Investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
Come on,
hearing more is a
this
spirit,
shit.
also no longer living.
The song ain't Ghost, man.
Ghost is a really special one. My good friend Matt Maltese and my friend Scott James, Jack Hallenbach, and Lucio wrote this one with me in London. A much different flavor of song here. I wanted to explain the feeling you get when you're not in love with someone anymore. Oh my God, stop. No, stop. It's not. I wanted to explain the feeling you get when you're not in love with someone anymore and they're no longer yours.
Come on,
That
man.
person.
Tune in to GPB. It's a Georgia thing.
Bro, that's the weirdest shit, bro. That's weird work, bro. Like, I didn't know that was like,
When you got a classic, right?
But this man wrote a goddamn, this
What did you
man
think
wrote
of
the
her?
shit. Basically,
You're
he's
not in love
going
with
to jail,
someone
bro.
and they're no longer yours, but you always keep a piece of that person or a piece of that love forever. What did he keep? What was found? Well, I mean, I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. This is fucked up. So I was thinking, what did he keep? And I'm thinking,
Up,
oh yeah,
bro. You can't even laugh at this
deceased
shit, bro.
body of the person in his car. Oh yeah, that's what he kept. You always keep a piece of that person. They're no longer yours, but you always keep a piece of that person. Are you fucking joking? You always keep a piece of that person forever. Like, what? To be connected with someone where every person they meet after you is getting an incomplete version of them. And they're talking about she was potentially cut up and dismembered. The person they meet after is getting an incomplete version of them. You took parts of her away. It's fucking disgusting. Because the only thing that completes them was you. Bro, I can't believe what I'm reading. Which brings me back to how complicated love is and how important compatibility is in the context of a relationship. It doesn't matter how much you love someone, if you're incompatible, it just will not work.
It ain't gonna work,
For the
bro.
life
If
of
it's
both
gonna
of
work,
you.
it's gonna work. If it ain't, it ain't, bro.
What?
I don't know what y'all got
What?
going. If it's gonna work, it's gonna work. If it ain't, it ain't.
It doesn't matter how much you love someone, if you're incompatible, it will just not work out for the life of you. For the life of both.
Life of
For the
what?
life. You're talking about you took a life, you kept a piece
Bro,
of it.
what did you got, bro? I don't know if y'all like. I hope somebody like actually watch this video all the way through. We're gonna break this shit down, bro. Cause this right here, this is, bro. This crazy, dog.
What? It doesn't matter how much you love someone if you're incompatible, it just will not work out for the life of both of you. But the one thing you'll always have, if not the person themselves, is the spirit or the ghost of a love that was once alive. Okay, this is actually the
Man,
most
come
crazy
on,
self-snitching.
bro, come on, dog. Like my nigga. My nigga. Hold on, bro. Hold on. I got it now. This is crazy.
I'm just going to read this. This is fucking insane. This is insane. I'm going to have to read this again. Because the only thing that Oh my God, this is fucked. I can't believe what I'm reading. I want to explain the feeling you get when you're not in love with someone anymore and they're no longer yours, but you always keep a piece of that person or a piece of that love forever. Connected with someone to the point where
And this man's still free, y'all. He's still free. That's
personally
crazy.
after you is getting an incomplete version of them, because the only thing that completes them was you, which brings me back to how complicated love is and how important compatibility is in the context of a relationship. It doesn't matter how much you love someone, if you're incompatible, it just will not work out for the life of both of you. But the one thing you always have
for the life of both of you, but the one thing you'll always have. I just want to know what is this man gonna say, bro? When they lock your ass up again, cause bro, this shit right here, this is where is LAPD, my nigga? I think SVU will do a better job than that motherfucker. What is the LAPD doing? SVU would do a better job than them on this shit. Cause bro, this is a minor dead, met the girl at 11. You writing all kind of songs, putting out songs on her birthday. She ended up found dead a day after her birthday when she turned 15. So you know the girl for 4 years, big dog.
the one
you
thing
got
you'll
going
always have,
on,
if
bro?
not the
What you got
person
going
themselves,
on, dog?
or perhaps the person themselves in your car, is the spirit or the ghost of a love that was once alive. This is fucked. And then,
Man, that man, bro. I ain't never, bro. This is amazing, bro. Like, brother, I'm just trying to figure out, bro. Like, the police side of it. Like, why he? I mean, I don't even know this man even been. They question some people around him. I don't know if they questioned him yet, but like, what is really going on in the world?
up here it says, because the only thing that completes them was you. Because the only thing that completes them was you. This is deranged. This is
Garden Lights shines
Yeah,
with
bro.
new
Hey,
features
this
and
shit.
it's today.
Location, let Domino's Pizza Concierge take it off your plate.
bruv. What's wrong with this guy, bro? This
Yeah,
guy's tapped. This guy is tapped. Is this the last page?
This man tripping, dog.
It's just, to me, just as an outsider reading this, it's just so obvious to me, in my opinion, that I believe that he probably did do this. This is insane. And now we're at Afterlife. Are you kidding me? Is this album still out? Is this album still up? I'm gonna just wait. This album's still publicly available.
Yeah, it probably is.
And it's all these songs. Where Did You Go? Ghost. Afterlife. It's still up.
Where did you go?
It's still up. Kaliuchi song.
You know where she went? She went inside the Tesla, nigga.
Bro, this is insane. All right, I'll just read you this last thing. I'll wrap it up. But this has actually chilled me to my bones. Afterlife. Here we are at the final curtain of the album, Afterlife. Funny thing about this song is I wrote it before Withered was even a real thing, with the intention of it being an outro for something in the future. I made this song. I made sure this song stayed around. This beautiful song is essentially my send-off, so to speak. The death of a beautiful rose that lived, experienced, and withered. I view myself through that proverbial lens, because life is often like that. You live, you experience, and you wither. But most importantly, you have to cherish those experiences that either stay or go. In this specifically, I speak on every time I stayed through thick and thin in a relationship this album represents. Bro, she's on the interlude. She's on the album.
Woo!
Every time she crossed the line, I stayed by her side, even going as far as to let love kill me.
I had to hit that Ric Flair. I had to hit that. Woo! Know what I'm saying? Like,
and even then, still loving her
wake some
after
niggas'
death.
ass up.
After death, bro. Can someone from the LAPD just get busy? Like, are you joking? But that's just for the song. Real life isn't poetic. Sometimes you have to know when to leave. Sometimes you have to notice that things aren't getting better. Sometimes you have to let go of the rose stem that's stabbing you with the thorns of so-called love. No matter how beautiful the petals look to you, it's not worth holding on to pain disguised as love.
Bro, this shit sound like, a manifesto. Bruh, I've never, never in my life, bruh. Even the R. Kelly, and we seen the tape with R. Kelly, nigga. We seen the tape with that nigga. But this right here, my nigga. Damn! This shit crazy.
Visual affection. It's not worth expediting your own demise just to feel something for a moment. That's the message of this album. To learn to separate your fantasies from reality, to learn to let go, to stop asking the same questions over and over again, to stop repeating a cycle forever, to live, to grow, to experience, to love, to mourn, to grieve, to laugh, to cry, to hurt, to heal, to break, to become whole. These are blood spatters. I'm speechless. I have been saying this.
Bro, I don't get it. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with that right there, because that's horrible. Let me see what I got right here, and I'm gonna pop back. Let me see. Okay, let's pop up. Let's do the sauce. We're gonna do the sauce. You know, we fuck with the sauce. Fuck with the sauce.
I have the utmost respect and admiration for our president.
Hey yo, thanks for
Alright, y'all, we talking about sauce.
celebrity news, current events, hip hop, pop culture, politics, gossip,
And more.
Hey yo, thanks for tuning into The Source, your source for celebrity news. Be sure
to check out Celeb Sauce 21
to discuss some politics. And this is what Nicki Minaj had to say.
Why now have you been involved with speaking about politics? What was kind of the turning point for you? Yeah.
What was the turning? Well, I just got tired of being pushed around. Yeah. Sometimes you just get tired of it, and then you realize, wait a minute, I have something inside of me that's stronger than what's out there. That's right. So when you've had enough, you realize, wait a minute, why do I even care about these people and what they think? Who are they? They don't even know who they are. So I'm not gonna back down anymore.
This sounds like some bullshit. It sounds like I don't know, it sounds like they gave her a little bag and she went up there, but it sounds like some bullshit, bro, to me. Like, I'm just gonna be 100% honest with you. Like, I don't care how you try to frame this, it's not gonna look good, and it's gonna, a lot of people are gonna stop fucking with her because of this.
I'm not gonna back down ever again. We won't be silenced ever again. We will speak up for Christians wherever they are in this world.
Now, the part about the Christians, I'm not speaking down on that. I am a Christian, so I cannot say anything bad about what she said about that. But the shit she was talking about with Donald Trump and what that boy name is, JD, and come on, man.
Yeah, I can't rock with Nicki on this one. And as a matter of fact, I might not be able to rock with Nicki at all after this. Because as a black woman living in the U.S. who knows my history, you would never catch me sitting down with a bunch of racists, keying like it was all good. Now, as a Christian woman, I'm looking at Nikki and I'm saying the mistake that she's making is that she's assuming that just because somebody calls himself a Christian means that they follow the principles of the Bible. However, if Nicki Minaj was paying attention to history, she would understand that many people call themselves Christians and also adopt the heading of Christianity as a cover to forward and promote their own racist agenda.
Taxes was feeling unpopular. Now Taxes is an open door to new TurboTax stores. Meet our experts. They do your taxes, so you can walk out with confidence. Now this is Taxes.
Christianity, their own racist agendas. These type of people will hold the Bible in their right hand and quote all types of scriptures while stringing you up with the left. Because these wolves in sheep's clothing are only wearing the disguise of Christianity to mask the fact that they're really out here doing Satan's work.
Christianity wasn't just used to justify slavery. It was weaponized to keep millions enslaved. Slave owners had one Bible for themselves and a completely different one for the enslaved. Let me explain. For centuries, Christian slave owners built an entire...
So the reason why I do know this is true because I watched a documentary on the origins of the Bible, and they had all kind of Bibles. It was a museum with just Bibles in it. They had a slave Bible that they cut out certain stuff so the slaves wouldn't, if they did know how to read, they wouldn't read the things that they could really know in the true Bible.
System of using the Bible to enforce slavery. They didn't just cherry pick verses, they rewrote the message entirely. One of the most commonly used scriptures, Ephesians chapter 6, verse 5. Slaves, obey your earthly masters with respect and fear, just like you would obey Christ. This was preached directly to the enslaved, reinforcing the idea that suffering was all a part of God's plan. Another key message, Genesis chapter 9, 25 to 27, the so-called curse of Ham. Slaveholders twisted the text to claim that Africans were the cursed descendants of Ham, condemned to servitude. And it didn't stop at sermons. Slave owners edited the Bible itself. They created what was known as a slave Bible with entire sections removed. The book of Exodus slaves into freedom. Galatians 3:28, gone. No verse saying there is neither slave nor free, for you are all one with Christ Jesus. Anything that spoke of justice, liberation, or rebellion was erased, leaving only passages that demanded obedience. Enslaved people weren't just forced into labor, they were forced into manipulated faith, designed to keep them mentally and spiritually captive.
And that's how it's going nowadays. It's just on a more corporate level, as far as getting people money, just going to church, just putting a bunch of money in it. Bro, you could put that in your pocket, bro. And you could help somebody else. Like you could take 10% of your money and feed the homeless. And you and God might have had that kind of connection where God was like, hey, I want you to put 10% of everything you make into the community.
Break them,
would you be wrong for that?
And erase any hope of freedom. This wasn't just religious belief, it was systematic indoctrination. The Bible was used as a tool to justify power and erase the idea that freedom was even possible. What do you think? How many times has faith been rewritten to serve those in control?
And let me say this loud and clear so that everybody in the back can hear me. You cannot be a Christian and be racist. You cannot be a Christian and preach hatred. You cannot be a Christian and teach white supremacy through white Christian nationalism. And you also cannot be a Christian while constantly trying to figure out how to impoverish your neighbor while making
100% true. Come on now. We got to get her to...
You are watching a master at work.
Hey, we got to... For real.
yourself filthy rich. And the reason why is anti-biblical to preach the life of only he who does the will of my Father in heaven. Many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name, and in your name drive out demons and perform many miracles? Then I'll tell them plainly, I never knew you. Depart from me, you workers of lawlessness. In other words, just because somebody claims to be religious and says that one thing does not mean that they're actually representing that thing. And as far as TPUSA is concerned, I don't know too many Christians who turn around and recreate the murking scene of their former leader just so they can take selfies at the scene of the crime.
Y'all done turned his murder scene into a photo booth? The crime scene? Bro, so you tell me, 72 hours after you get popped, y'all pave over the crime scene. Then y'all pack the tent up, put it in the truck. Thought it was a good idea to put the tent out on display for people to take pictures out of it.
Yeah, they messed up with this whole with the whole thing with his case. They messed up. It messed up bad. And I wonder when this boy go on trial, how is it going to work out? Because you got to look at it like this: like they're gonna have to have concrete, fluent evidence that's gonna pin this on him. And if you can't, it might be some trouble.
That's crazy. That's weird. And I'm tired of y'all. Oh, that's just what we wanted to do. People do things differently. That's weird. In any situation, that is weird. I could be standing in the gas station and somebody say, hey, bro, right where you at? Somebody died right there. Vibes going off immediately. What are you talking about? I don't want to know that. Anytime somebody die in a house, it depreciates. Why? Because it's just weird. It's just, who wants to know that? Who wants to live there? And these people at Amvest taking pictures inside of the market saying, hey, Charlie died right here. Huh? That's weird. And the fact that Erica signed off on that, yeah, we're gonna put my husband's murder scene, something that I'm so traumatized over, we're gonna put it out on display for me to look at, for people to take pictures inside of it. That's weird.
I mean, not only is that weird, but it's certainly not Christianly. And Nicki Minaj joining forces with a group of people who have an anti-black agenda just because they call themselves Christians, not fully understanding that they don't really cuff with her like that, but they will use her as a means to an end. But you know what? Let's see what else Nicki Minaj had to say during her tete-a-tete with Erica Kirk.
And what do you think about for young men? For young men.
And for young, amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president. And you have amazing role models like the assassin J.D. Vance, our vice president.
Oh, geez. Listen, let me tell you something. Nicki Minaj is playing a very dangerous game right now. And I'm gonna tell you why. In our black community, ever since we stepped on these shores, we have always relied on something called organic solidarity, which means we all understand what's up and we come together when we understand what's going on. Now, of course, yes, there are a few outliers like gangs and people who do not understand the concept of organic solidarity. And as soon as they get the chance, they run to the other side. Why? Because they're looking out for self.
Toby be good for massa. Don't send Toby away. Toby be good for your hand, boss. You can stay. Ah, Toby stay. Toby stay. Toby be good now. Toby be real good.
See, that is not what we need. We don't need rappers who are out here trying to kowtow to Donald.
We gotta run that back. We gotta run that back.
Run to the other side. Why? Because they're looking out for self.
Toby be good for massa. Don't send Toby away. Toby be good for your hand, boss. You can stay. Ah, Toby stay. Toby stay. Toby be good now. Toby be real good.
See, that is not what we need. We don't need rappers who are out on a kowtow to Donald Trump and J.D. Vance because they want a pat on the head. Because they believe that palling around with Trump is the quickest way for them to get $1 billion in their own bank accounts. Now, since we brought it up, let's see what Tariq Nasheed has to say about solidarity.
Can we be in code with each other from being from different countries, but we all share the same amount of melanin, but you're from Jamaica, I'm from the United States, this person's from England. Can black people internationally be on code?
We can be because the white supremacists are internationally on code. You understand what I'm saying? They're the global minority, but if you go to England, the white supremacists in England will act like a white supremacist in Australia, and the white supremacists in Australia will act like the white supremacists here. They've never known or they've never met each other. They will all get on code. They know the code when they get around black people. Automatic. We, black folks around the world, we don't get on code with each other like that. You get some black folks from Nigeria or black people from Jamaica, they get over here and they'll get on code with the white people against us in many cases. And that's the problem that we have. They're not getting on code as a black international group as we should, like the white supremacists do. And we're not trying to get on code to harm anybody. We want to get on code so that we can protect each other from white supremacists' evil deeds.
Now, I totally agree with Tariq Nasheed when he says that as black people, we need to be on code. However, I disagree with him when he sort of makes it seem as if it's the black people who migrate over here who aren't on code. Because some of them are, some of them aren't, the same way that some of us who are born here are on code and some of us aren't. And one of the reasons why some of us aren't is because some people like Nicki Minaj are making a fatal mistake. You do not side and join forces with your racist oppressor just because you agree with them on one or two things. That's like me being a slave on a plantation talking to my master Jimmy. And I'm like, oh my goodness, Master Jimmy, you like bananas? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, I like bananas too. And then I'm like, wait a minute, Master Jimmy, you like apples? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I like apples too. You know what? Let's forget about the fact that every night about 9 o'clock, you take me out to the woodshed and you whips me. And also, let's forget about this racism because we've got so much in common. No, what Nicki Minaj and some other people need to understand is that you don't overlook the systematic racism and oppression just because you're both pro-life. And for all the people out there who are like, oh my goodness, Source, TPUSA isn't a racist organization. Okay, let's listen to some TPUSA employees on a hot mic.
Racist people. No.
What's your opinion on
I
racism?
have black friends.
What's your opinion on racism?
I'm actually racist.
Yeah,
I'm just straight up racist.
He's never not said that.
There's no inconsistencies.
Yeah.
I support remigration.
Yeah.
That's my vote.
What is that? What is that? And you really support it?
I really do.
What is it?
That was a big thing. We were going to recolonize Liberia specifically to send the African Americans.
Nicki Minaj had to say.
I don't know if he even knows this, but he's given so many people hope that there's a chance to beat the bad guys and to win and to do it with your head held high and your integrity intact.
This is crazy. I can't believe she got on here and said this. This year, I gotta do a short about this one. It's on below. Yeah, man, that's weird. That's weird, bro. Like, what is you talking about? Like, you alright? You alright? Hey, smack.
But this administration is full of people with heart and soul.
I told you it works.
Yeah, but does it work for someone who's in $20,000 debt? What about $50,000 in debt?
Yeah.
And soul.
Integrity, heart, and soul. Who
Where?
the hell is Nicki Minaj talking about?
Well, they said, bitch, where?
Be talking about Barack Obama because she sure as hell is not talking about President DJT. Let me tell you something. Let me break something down. Let me explain something. It wasn't until this exact moment, this exact event, that I realized that Nicki Minaj is a freaking bootlicker. And for all y'all who don't know what a bootlicker is, a bootlicker.
Nah, that ain't. She that too, but she an industry plant, bro.
Is somebody who tries to win favor from influential people through flattery. And please, all you dogs, do not come in my comment section talking about, oh my goodness, you out here trying to hate on Nicki Minaj. No, I'm not, but guess what? The truth hurts. Your girl is out here licking boots. Anyhow, even though Nicki was over there trying to get in with the in crowd, trying to get in with that Turning Point crowd, it turns out that Nicki Minaj made one of the biggest gaffes ever, and she may not be invited back, because Nicki Minaj had the nerve to call J.D. Vance an assassin right in front of the woman who just lost her husband.
Yeah, she did say that. She said J.D. Vance the assassin. Like that right there threw me off. Like, I'm like, why would you call this man an assassin? And I wasn't even thinking about the fact that Charlie Kirk just lost his life less than a year ago, but it's...
To an assassin.
And you have amazing role models like the assassin.
Right in front of the woman.
Trust me, There's nothing new under the sun that I have not heard, so you're fine. Yes, we did. I love you. You have to laugh about it, truly. I have been called every single thing, and you know what? God is so good, you let it roll right off your back. And this is what's so beautiful about this moment, because if the internet wants to clip it, who cares? I love this woman. She's an amazing woman. She has a soul and a heart for the Lord, and words are words.
Come on, bro. This shit right here, bro. Hey, bro. Come on, dog.
But I know her
What's
heart,
going
and it
on?
doesn't even matter. And you say what you want to say because I know your heart. And I do not judge that.
And the one we did earlier with O'Shea, that correlate to this too. Like,
oh my goodness, how awkward was that? I mean, out of all the words in the dictionary, this chick said assassin. I mean, really, do you know how many conversations that you can have in your lifetime without ever saying the word assassin? That's crazy, because how in the world do you get on a stage with the only woman in America, the only woman in America, to have her husband red dotted in the last couple of years, and you use the word assassin?
Ooh, I know they're not happy with Nicki Minaj right now. I know everybody was looking at her sideways when she was on the stage with Erica Kirk and she did a little event for JD Vance. But did she just expose something? Y'all see her face. It's because of what she said about JD Vance. Fool.
yeah, that shit crazy, bro. For her to say the assassin, bro, like I'm taken back.
She real life called this man an assassin. And then after that, she put her hand over her mouth like she knew she fucked up.
Listen, you know she fucked up. You know you done
fucked up,
when she called JD Vance the assassin right in front of Erica Kirk. Let me know in the comments, and while you're down there, leave a comment. Once again, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. But you know what? This man handsome. I'm done. But I'm not done, because I'm gonna end the show by letting you hear what other people thought about Nicki Minaj sitting down with Erica Kirk.
Erica Kirk, like this is bizarre on a whole number of levels. Erica Kirk has been on like this media tour and grieving and in public, and we'll get to that. Some people say grifting, honestly, and we'll get to that. There's something that has to do with that. But this is a headline. Nicki Minaj surprises conservatives with praise for Trump bans at the Arizona event. Now, do we need to go into?
I want to see what the hell he said.
What Charlie Kirk said about black women, and Nicki Minaj is a black woman. She's a woman of color. About not having brain processing power. So maybe Nicki Minaj, according to Charlie Kirk, did not have the brain processing power to figure out what she's doing right now. Look,
Because I don't think you hear it for the. I know she's critical of Gavin Newsom. By the way, she has a lot of background and incentive there. Nicki Minaj lives in California. California is a place that, with all her legal battles that she's going through, and even how they publicly have used some of her rival, including Meg Thee Stallion's music or otherwise, to kind of represent what they got going on. And yeah, I can see why she probably feels she has to be on the opposite side.
So Nicki Minaj aligning herself with Turning Point USA is not a reflection of the Black American community. We just got to start there, because I'm seeing y'all pop it on these TikTok streets, and we not going. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Nicki Minaj as an artist. I'm not a barb. I wouldn't say I'm a barb and all that, but her music is fire. Like, she's very, very talented. But Nicki Minaj is...
Bruh, talent don't make you smarter. R. Kelly is one of the most talented R&B singers, probably behind Michael Jackson, Chris Brown. Like R. Kelly, I'll say he behind Chris Brown as far as talent. But look where he at, bro.
Trinidadian, and she's a Caribbean. She said herself that she doesn't even have American citizenship. So I don't know what she's doing. This interview and aligning herself with Erica Kirk. It's one thing to be, conservative and to be Republican. You reserve the right to be affiliated and associated with any political party. But to directly align yourself with certain people that has certain ideologies, the type of smack that CK Charlie used to talk about the black community, the black American community, was diabolical.
Right now, black culture is being held captive by influences, songs,
Which
and role
influences?
models. I mean, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B.
Okay, Nicki Minaj is causing dads to leave the home.
I don't think that's a good role model for 18-year-old black girls. I don't.
Nicki Minaj is a hypocrite.
People are being kidnapped, people are being brutalized while they're in church, all because of their religion. And that should spark outrage in the great America. We are not going to be silenced by the bullies anymore, okay? Hear that. Receive that, bullies. We will speak up for Christians wherever they are in this world.
Today, Nicki Minaj put up on that whole Turning Point USA thing with Erica Kirk, and she's just regurgitating whatever Massa wants her to say. She had a lot of All Lives Matter rhetoric and many opinions with no basis behind it. It felt very Kanye. It's just hypocritical to talk about people being taken and kidnapped while that's literally being encouraged by the people you're checking and judging for. Nicki Minaj said that she speak up for Christians no matter where they are in this world. But what about these Christians?
Authorities targeted places of faith, and the immigrant church community is still feeling the aftershocks.
We heard the news about ICE, but we say this is a safety place, so we're not doing nothing. We're not criminals.
Faith leaders say ICE agents displayed aggressive tactics, frightening their congregations. Many immigrant churches stopped holding services for weeks, as some 30,000 children also reportedly stayed home from school. Pastor Victor Ramirez says ICE agents moved in unexpectedly, causing some members to head into the woods while others hid inside for safety. Terrified children watched and others held on to them as ICE agents detained an El Salvadorian church member. They deported him 10 days later, leaving behind his wife and adult children.
I understand the ICE has to find criminals. I understand that and I agree with that, but it's not a criminal.
This is a church. This is a church. I feel like this topic is extremely relevant when it comes to Nicki Minaj because isn't Nicki Minaj an immigrant? She's not a U.S. citizen. You can look this up. Matter of fact, let me do it for you. Quick Google search I wrote, is Nicki Minaj a U.S. citizen? And AI overview says, no, Nicki Minaj is not a U.S. citizen. She's a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago and moved to New York City as a child, remaining a non-citizen despite living and paying substantial taxes in the U.S. for decades and has spoken publicly about her immigration status and experiences. Current status, it says she has stated she is not a U.S. citizen, even after years of living in the country and paying millions in taxes, and has expressed a desire for citizenship or honorary citizenship. Why do I feel like she's playing the game to finally get citizenship? One thing I can say about Nicki Minaj is that she sold so many records
That's probably
that
what
she
they
was
gonna do.
surprising that she sold out.
Yeah, nobody's buying that album, Nicki.
I ain't never think about it like that. So she don't have citizenship. So basically, she like shit. I'm finna go with the flow, and hey, I'm Team Trump. I need citizenship.
Ain't nobody buying that album in March of 2026. Is she even talking about an album at this point? How do we even know this about an album? And I really started to believe the other day ago when Nicki Dirty deleted that tweet saying, do away with blank marriage. I really thought that wasn't her, but now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure it was. Erica Kirk bringing out Nicki Minaj is not a surprise to me. she has an allegiance to losers. She really does. You remember back when Lil Wayne was asked about the Black Lives Matter? And he was like, racism. What is racism? I've never experienced it before, so I can't say. I can't relate to Black Lives Matter. I have nothing to do with it, can't relate to it. I don't know why you're even asking me about it. And he got up after the interview and he walked away. So this does not surprise me at all. I just want the barbs to stand on this. Like, stand on it. Really stand on it. I don't know if Nicki's trying to get clemency for her husband, Petty, whatever his name is. I can't think of his name right now. Or if she just wants to try to dabble into politics. Because as these celebrities get older, their true colors really start to come out. Did y'all notice that? Like, they really start to become who they really wanted to be.
Not understanding why y'all are confused about this whole Nicki Minaj and Erica Kirk when literally the answer is so clear. This
Like I never would have thought I would have seen Nicki Minaj on the Turning Point stage. Right? I gotta make a short about this video. I mean about the segment in this video, but yeah, that's crazy, dog. Like I ain't never thought I would have seen nothing like that.
Why? She was with Erica Kirk.
And then for her to say the shit about the assassin, that's what was like, what? Like everything just went left. Like everything. I mean, even if she was what they say, bootlicking or whatever. Even if she was doing that, it was going good until you said assassin.
This is why she's all of a sudden so pro-Trump. This is why she's now MAGA. And this is why she's so pro-Trump. What we are seeing right now is her trying to be so different from what her ops are, to the point to where she's perfectly okay with going into MAGA territory. She's literally doing like how in middle school when Twilight came out, and the girls that were beefing, if one of them was Team Edward, the other one was Team Jacob, just out of spite. And so many of her fans, especially her fans that are LGBT, are leaving comments like, oh, I'm separating the artist from the music. Oh, I don't care what she believes in. Her music is still good. I'm sorry, but you actively supporting someone who doesn't support you, someone who is advocating for the political party that wants to take rights away from you, you're literally supporting the person with a platform, someone that can easily influence others to vote against your own rights, to vote against your best interest. That is why it matters.
What do you guys think? Do you guys think that this dude is right when he says that the only reason why Nicki Minaj is over there trying to be MAGA is because she wants to trump Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion? Let me know in the comments, and while you're down there leaving a comment.
Hey man, y'all check out The Sauce, man. They got a great channel. Y'all hit them up. Like, subscribe on their channel too, as well as mine. But for now, we're going back to Trap Morals, originated by Trap Law. That's what we're reacting to.
Then tell no because of your credit. On here at Sports and Import Titles, we specialize turning no into yes. Sports and Import.
Trapmore gang, it is that time, okay? It's that time to go back to Atlanta, okay? And I just want to start this video off by showing you my MacBook is in pristine condition, man. It is unbroken, unsmashed. Even though 21 Savage said on the first track of his new album, What Happened to the Streets, that he would smash my MacBook, it is still intact. Now he is in a complete tailspin, and he is blaming the streets for his own failures, okay? Rather than the bloggers, he's now moved on to the streets, thank God, okay? Finally, he's actually seeing some sense, okay? He said, F the streets, all right? And now the numbers and the sales from his album have come out. We're hearing maybe this is a promo campaign, and it appears to be official that 21 Savage, in light of a bunch of real street cats calling him out, they're abandoning the streets, okay? He is now wheeling it back and trying to get back around to the streets. What happened to the streets? 21 Savage said F the streets, but then he realized he needed the streets, and now he's trying to get back into them streets, okay? People saying What Happened to the Streets debuts at number 3 on Billboard with around 37 pure sales filtered from the first week, okay? Like a Brita filter. 21, can you bat something for me? They're saying Gunna sold more than Savage, but I thought he was blackballed and black.
Damn.
Listen, you blackballed yourself. They're saying his Drake feature is going to get outsold by Who Getting Fucked Tonight, Who Getting Fucked Tonight. Bang, I saw that live. Hard. Damn, outsold by Warner. Shit crazy. They say, nah, Gunna sold 80K. I know that's why I said outsold by Gunna, right? 73K units first week. Number 3 on the Billboard 200. Not quite on Gunna's level, folks. All right, not quite on Gunna Warner's level, all right? And you tried to get a few bought sales in at the last minute, but apparently it didn't fly. A lot of people were hating on the project, or they just weren't really feeling its vibe. It says with that artwork, you'd think it would have had an abstract, somewhat psychedelic, street kind of vibe. I haven't listened to it yet, but I doubt it. But it does stir up my creative juices, though. No Diddy. It's like I can feel how it should sound. It sounds like all his other albums, but I would say with like 40% less effort. Okay, people saying this isn't bad. Why he's the hottest rapper out? Better than 50K with his highly anticipated Massa album. The thing is, like, YB dropped multiple albums. Well, he's dropped 2-3 albums this year, all right? People saying they outsold YB. I don't give a F Atlanta up, but YB's not a mainstream artist like Savage. He ain't got no album with Drake, all right? So I thought you knew more about the industry than this. These numbers ain't been true since physical copies. There's so many ways to buy or listen to an album now. Ever wonder how he can debut at number 3 the day the album drops? Because it was already predetermined. The more you know. Remember when Academics said it was going to 90K? So just to reinforce the cap, okay, this was 2 days ago. What Happened to the Streets by 21 Savage debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200 with 73,000 units sold in the week. But Billboard filtered out 37,000 due to alleged fraudulent streams, meaning the album would have originally sold 110,000 units if the fake streams were allowed. Okay, and it says, looks like I was right yesterday in my comment when I said 21's album sales will unfortunately get filtered by Billboard at the last minute, just like On My Way to Rexdale by Nav did, and they'll accuse him of obtaining fraudulent sales. However, it wasn't as bad as Nav got done since his sales were lowered from 83K to 19K. Okay.
Damn, 83,000 to 19. Damn.
And I did see somewhere.
That's crazy.
See, people were saying there's a delay.
That's a big gap, bro.
Billboard chart. Could be imminent that 21 Savage currently leads Taylor Swift's The Life of a Showgirl for the number 1 spot. Showgirl had a lead of 12,000 units, but you ended up getting smoked and packed off by Taylor Swift. And once again, possibly the biggest demon in the rap game, Morgan Wallen, okay? He slid, he kept Youngboy off the top spot, he kept Savage off the top spot. You really out here getting smoked by Taylor Swift and Morgan Wallen. But this actually was excellent. I don't usually listen to country, but I actually gave this a listen the other day. It was actually fire. I'm not gonna lie, it was actually fire. Better than a lot of the rap albums that have been put out. And I'd never, ever listen to non-rap music. But that's like, I gave that a little chance the other day. But if you notice, not seeing too many rappers. We're seeing the Post Malone Diamond Collection. Seeing Drake Take Care, all the disrespect they put on Drake's name. Is GNX still on here? GNX still on here? GNX still on there at 51. Lil Baby The Leaks, there at 52. Michael Jackson Thriller, you got Tyler the Creator, the Nas and DJ Premier. I need to check this one out. People tell me this is good. Big Body B. Morgan Wallen still stepping on fools though. That's the thing. Morgan Wallen still got all you guys rubbed. Okay, Drake and Party still on there. Playboy Carti's music still on there. So everyone's, you know what I'm saying, the big names still in rotation. You got your Kendrick, you got your Eminem. But yeah, even SD Kids. Ooh, SD Kid. What did this peak at 67? I fucks with that. I'm glad to see that. Okay, he really up on the Billboard charts right now. Okay, and there's some classics. There's some classics on there. Massa by Youngboy still on there though. Don't put some respect on his name. You know, I'm saying it's important. Now, there's been a lot of allegations on how these fake sales might have come about. It says it's obvious the labels bought digital and bundles, so first week sales will look better. Nobody has a 300% increase from Monday to Wednesday. Went from 6K to 40K. Come on now. So that originally, like, this was a bit more looking like the number that you should have been getting. I thought it was more like a Young Thug number. And then boom, out of nowhere, oh, now it's doing 90K. Then it's about to do 110K. And then they said, hang on a minute, let's just calm down. Okay. But people saying delay in tracking. Okay. Some people went up, saying there's no difference between the Kendrick.
Yeah, his shit went low. His shit went super low. That's the craziest part about it. You put an album out, you never know what the number's gonna be.
This week, we're hosting a free trading and investing workshop right here in Atlanta. Inside this workshop, you'll learn you don't
Okay, hey, what's
Wall
up? What's
Street
up?
Road.
It said they found my channel again. What's up, man? What's up? Where you tapping in from? Hit the like button. Where you tapping in from? Where you tapping in from? What city? What state? And then, oh yeah, definitely hit the like button. I guess we're gonna go for the shits and giggles. Oh, I don't know. This is an old one right here, but yeah, we going for the shits and giggles, man. We gotta go for the shits and the giggles. Because I'm about to end it all. I'm trying to get it like about at least
We've done
2
such a
hours.
solid job exposing these frauds that the whole world knows by now.
This about 600 from LA.
Called exposers are rats. Plain and simple. Because of this, when Lieutenant Officer Lovesboys opens up the phone lines and lets people call in, they always clown him. When Lovesboys opens up those lines, a little bit of everybody calls in. White boys, white women, haters, homosexuals, and even some who just want to clown him for being a cop. People call in just to tell him exactly what we've been saying. He's law enforcement, and he's a fraud. And I'm not gonna lie to you. It's hilarious. It's so hilarious, in fact, that I decided today to put a few of those calls together, just so you can hear it for yourself. Sometimes you gotta take a break and just have a good laugh. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
Somebody thought they was trolling me, playing a game with me, and sent my live and my number to like some gay type of like, database, bro. Yo, you live.
Yo, you a sexy ass dog.
So I got the first gay motherfucker give me a compliment. Get your buster ass up out of here. What's cracking, huh?
Hey, I just want to say, we need to fight for transgender rights.
Shit, go fight for him.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Daddy, you fine as hell. You a sexy ass man.
Hello. Yeah,
Hey, my name is Delavar Bryce from Oklahoma.
What's up, Delavar?
Hey, can I fuck, bro?
You said what?
Can I fuck, bro?
What does that mean?
Can I fuck you like, what's up?
I wanted to know what he was talking about. He's talking about music? Yo, you live.
Yeah, my name's Tina. I'm transgender, and you're fucking cute.
Oh, so I got 2 gay motherfuckers called in. Thank you. Oh, you hung up? Okay. Hey, yo, you live?
Bring your buster ass to Porter Ranch to Jasmine Tide.
Porter Ranch?
Yeah.
Yeah, you called me to tell me I'm
He's a real live.
I wish you would show your face, bro.
I wish you show yours in the hood.
Yeah, everybody know what the fuck I'm at and who I am.
Yeah, we was all over there.
Ain't no we. Whoever's with your ass is busted. Whoever with your buster ass is a buster. That's facts. Use a mark.
That big booty ball into there. No hundreds.
This nigga talking about booty, man. Get your this. Let me start talking about when he said. Listen, I'm be real with you, bro. When he said big booty, I thought he was gonna talk about like an auntie or a homegirl. You know what I'm saying? This shit is diabolical. This shit is wild. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro.
Man, you know who this is. What's up?
Hey, nigga.
You called me to tell me that? They called to make sure it's me and 7 tell me. They can't stand me though. Hey, you live.
Hey, man, you like what you doing, bro. You like what you doing, man. I fuck with you. Fuck with your shit, man. If you funny as hell on these live, man, nigga, fuck with you, man.
I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, man, I don't really need you to fuck you.
Oh, for real? Yo, you live.
Hey, Connie.
What up with?
Hey, man. Hey, say, why everybody keep on saying you the police, man?
I don't know why I don't understand what they say, bro.
Yeah, man, I don't mean no.
I think he filled out an application to be the police, but they was like, we not hiring right now.
Disrespecting that, I'll be seeing some of the shit you be doing. I'm just wondering, I don't know why they keep saying you one time.
I can't tell you why men think how they think, bro. I just think how I think. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well let me ask you this. Why you doing all that all these videos on Big U? You don't think that's like no cop shit, homie?
What's cop about it, bro? You ever seen a cop?
Big U in jail now, fighting for his life. That's cop shit.
Do that?
Shit, you helping the police,
I ain't helping the police do a motherfucking thing. I ain't never get a police done no investigation. What the fuck are you talking about?
Hey, so you telling me them videos ain't helping the police?
Yeah, I ain't never gave up no information to the police about nothing, bro. Everything I'm talking about is public record. What are you talking about?
So you telling me your videos ain't
Man, I just answered your question, bro.
He mad.
I mean, I'm finding that hard to believe, homie, because I actually been through the system.
You ain't gotta believe what I tell you. I don't give a fuck what you believe. I ain't giving the police no information.
I mean, you don't gotta get hurt about it, man. Just asking.
I'm not hurt about nothing. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Man, get your buster ass up out of here. Fuck what you talking about, nigga. I ain't never give the police no information, bitch ass. I don't think that's police. Well, answer me this. Tell me, man, get your buster ass up out. I'm not.
But if you fill out an application to be the police, you might be the police.
Explain nothing about nothing. You think I'm the police? Go tell everybody the police. I don't give a fuck what you tell another about me. You asking me what another man think about me. Fuck you and another man. That's the thing. Niggas think I give a fuck about their opinion. I don't give a fuck. You's a Yo, you lying.
Yo, 600.
What's up, homie?
Trump or Biden?
Trump.
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
You know the truth. Hey, yo, you lie.
It's me again, Cheryl. How you doing?
What's up, Cheryl?
I'm listening to watching the show.
That sound like an old.
Working out? Eating watermelon?
Okay.
What?
Oh, okay, that's good. You know, I'm just gonna sit here and keep watching the show. I'm gonna
All right, send that cash up. I got you.
Okay, bye 600.
All right, bet. Yo, you lied.
That was suspect right there. Now. You knew that motherfucker.
I had a question for you,
What's up, homie?
So you told me you enjoyed the argument and give me a squabble, but you would go to the Slauson and see Deuce.
Okay, I don't even know you, my nigga. I don't even know you, nigga. The fuck, I'm gonna drive 5 hours to fight a nigga on the phone woofing, bro. No, cause I know pimps, nigga. You ain't got no ears. Go call him. Get your buster ass up out of here. Yo, you lie.
You wouldn't even go to your own hood to catch a thing. You a mark. You be on the line, whooping, making California look bad.
You done, bro?
The big old.
Let's see what this about. Oh, I think this about.
What if your dream was to build the fastest car ever? But then when you got older, what if...
I was just watching the Patrick Bet David podcast, and they were discussing Martin Luther King and Charlie Kirk. And this conversation is quite literally the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life. They were discussing this Dave Chappelle special on Netflix, where Dave Chappelle made fun of people who compared Charlie Kirk's legacy to MLK and say they're the same or
they're definitely not the same. They'll never be the same in no universe.
Charlie's like the second MLK, which obviously I think is absurd.
What I want to get into is, do you want to go what Dave Chappelle said about Charlie Kirk? Sure. Let's go to that one. Can you play the clip about what Dave Chappelle said about Charlie Kirk? Here's Dave Chappelle. He said a lot of things this weekend. A lot of things. I don't know if you watch it or not, Vinny. Did you? How was it? It's okay.
It was. He's the best. The first thing I saw, he had a Kaepernick, the name Kaepernick on the back of his shirt. I'm like, what the, like,
Colin Kaepernick, with all due respect, give me an effing break. The guy whose career went to, so he was like, let me grow my afros.
Yeah, you hating. You hating that. You hating that.
Big as possible. And give me, come on.
Let's read the story.
And started hating on white people and his parents.
I'm actually with these people live in their own sick reality, bro. Colin Kaepernick never hated on white people. Colin Kaepernick is half white. His adopted parents are white. Colin Kaepernick took a knee, right, in protest of police brutality. That's why you hate Colin Kaepernick. You hate him because he was protesting police brutality. He never committed a crime. He never brutalized anybody. He never victimized anybody. So you have all that animosity in your heart for Colin Kaepernick because he took a knee in protest of police brutality. I already know what type of person you are.
I'm actually with Benny.
Yeah,
Play this clip. Go ahead.
And the whites were quick to say this. They said, Charlie Kirk is this generation's Martin Luther King.
Can we play it or no? Netflix? Hold on. I was gonna say, can you play this? I don't know.
Is it not the best?
Which Charlie Kirk said he didn't like to be compared to Martin Luther King while he was alive.
No.
We're gonna play
No,
come on.
Give that commentary about
He
it.
said it himself. The man.
Yeah, we're talking. We're talking. Hey, Netflix, don't take this down. I want to give you guys promotion of Dave Chappelle. Come on, Netflix.
Yeah, that's a reach.
Say that he's not.
They both got murdered in a terrible fashion. They both got shot in the neck, but that's about where those similarities end. Because Charlie Kirk is internet personality. No, by design. Fundamentally, he can't function like Dr. King. Internet niggas are negative because they have to be. Because nobody will engage them unless they say shit that makes them upset. That's Charlie Kirk.
Wow.
Could you imagine Dr.
This
King?
is actually shame. Let him finish. Let him finish.
Like Charlie Kirk, smash that like button and subscribe. Follow me for more content like this. I believe all black people should be free. Change my mind.
There's so many layers to this. The first layer that I want to get out the way, Dave Chappelle is a legacy celebrity. He's been famous quite possibly before the internet. So Dave Chappelle looked down upon internet celebrities. He looked down upon YouTubers because he's a legacy celebrity, right? So he don't view anybody who made their living or made their way online or on YouTube as some.
I wouldn't say that because you got to know Dave Chappelle to know how he, right? Dave Chappelle probably one of the top people watch people on the internet, YouTube, all that shit. You might watch TikTok, all Instagram, just to see some new material he can make.
Somebody who's at a stature that he is. So I can say Charlie Kirk was more than a YouTuber. Charlie Kirk had a lot of influence in this current political landscape. Now that influence came from $130 million budget a year, right, from Israeli donors. But nonetheless, though, he had a lot of influence. But that's the thing with MAGA, all right, is they go too far. We can admit, Charlie Kirk was influential. Charlie Kirk got busy. Charlie Kirk got things done. Charlie Kirk was not just an internet person. Charlie Kirk got things done in real life. He got busy. But I could also stop at that and say he wasn't MLK, though. He wasn't a Martin Luther King. Excuse me?
The beach is the only place
definitely
where
ain't
they get along.
MLK, bro.
Now imagine them getting along.
You definitely not MLK.
He's not even in MLK league. It's not even close when it comes to Charlie Kirk and MLK. But this is why, man, you gotta be really careful in kind of giving props and giving compliments. Because MAGA would take something that we all agree upon, which is, bro, Charlie Kirk shouldn't have gotten murdered. That was foul, that was nasty. Charlie Kirk was influential. Charlie Kirk was doing.
No man should be murdered for what they feel is, as long as in the parameters of what's, but yeah.
Great
If
thing.
you out here just wilding out, just unaliving people, bro, you need to go.
For his base, and they would take that and they would just stretch it.
You're hurting children, you're hurting elderly, yeah, you need to go.
Greater than MLK, the greatest activist of all time. What was Charlie Kirk an activist of?
Okay, go ahead, Adam.
Well, Dave Chappelle's just purely wrong about Charlie Kirk. I love Dave Chappelle. I've spent time with Dave Chappelle. I mean, he's, in my opinion, the greatest comedian, certainly of our generation. Chappelle's show was completely groundbreaking 20 years ago, dealing with politics and race relations and sexual relations, everything. Dave Chappelle pulls no punches. He's a free speech absolutist. He understands race and identity and culture, and he's a brilliant, brilliant guy. He's just dead ass wrong about Charlie Kirk. And to dismiss Charlie as just some internet person
he wasn't wrong, bro. He wasn't wrong, bro. He wasn't wrong. He was 100% right. It's the internet. Like Martin Luther King, them, they didn't have no internet. They didn't have no cell phone. They had to go to the house to make a call or call from a payphone. Like their life was totally different than Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk he had iPhones, could, you know what I'm saying, hit stuff from the flick of the wrist or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
At the very least, uninformed. At the very most, just plain stupid, bro. Charlie Kirk was a monster, a giant in a political, social culture that thrives off social media. He's not a social media influencer like some OnlyFans chick or some kid that's just doing it for likes and clicks. He built.
It's still the internet though. Like you can't. You gotta remember, bro. Like I'm saying, you gotta talk about somebody. Internet wasn't even invented yet. They had black and white TVs back then, bro. And the whole world knew who Martin Luther King was. You talking about some shit where you could just set up a camera and just, hey man, I'm right here, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm here, hey, I'm here. That ain't the same thing,
that
bro.
helped Donald Trump win in 2024. So to dismiss that as some internet person is naive. And again, this is the whole thing. I'm not going to condemn Dave Chappelle or say that he's wrong about everything. Dave Chappelle's right about most things. He's just wrong about this thing.
Benny,
Yeah, just to,
I don't know if you caught what he just did right there.
I definitely saw that. Well,
What did I do right there?
Go ahead.
So we saw what you did. But think about it.
You know what? I'm out of here, guys.
I just
Go use your restroom, go
I gotta go shoot outside.
No, by the way, him saying that he was internet and he was just spewing negative things. Charlie sat in front of college campuses and people all over the country and engaged because of the negative crap. He was the light. He was the positivity.
See, like this shit right here, bro. I don't know what y'all talking about. How was he a light when he talked bad against a certain demographic of people? Like that's not light. That's called destruction. So anything that's division is dividing us is destruction.
Compared to say that, mind you, yeah, Martin Luther King, it was Martin Luther King, I get it, civil rights and all that stuff, but
and I get it and all that stuff. That's how people talk about our legends. Yeah, I get it. Come on, bro.
Brush him off as some internet guy. And by the way, Dave Chappelle is another one of these guys that just has that victim mentality.
Yeah, and I mean, not only is he wrong about Kirk, but
how is that victim mentality when the man said what he said? He's not being the victim. The man said what he said out of his mouth about other demographics. And we gonna leave it like
Martin
that.
Luther King too. He's painting Martin Luther King as if he walked on water and was holier than thou. Martin Luther King, not only he had like a ton of extramarital affairs where he was cheating on his wife.
These people admit.
Okay, who cares? Yeah, what I want to say, and we said it earlier. You know, Martin Luther King was a man, bro. He wasn't perfect, bro. Like a lot of people want to make it like he got to be perfect. He is never going to be perfect because he was a man.
Easy, man. So this other dweeb here, in an attempt to prove that Charlie Kirk, I guess, is better than MLK, he goes on character assassinations. But here's the thing: a lot of the things that he's about to state are things that J. Edgar Hoover claims he has. They claim they have audio.
J. Edgar Hoover allegedly sent tapes to Martin Luther King's wife after he went off to go, I guess, on a trip or whatever to do, to do his thing as far as speeches and all that. And they had let her hear him talking to other women on the phone. First off, he's a man, never will be perfect. And if he fell into, being with another woman or whatever while he was married, that's his business, bro. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I like what Martin Luther King had as far as going forward with black people.
MLK being present as a woman got great, but they never provided the audio. They never released it, right? And if one thing I know for a fact, MAGA would love more is to tarnish the legacy of the greatest black man in American history, if they could, right? They haven't released the audio, so we don't know that exists. But again, what we do know is J. Edgar Hoover, the man who quote unquote led the investigation that uncovered all of this, he said his mission was to take away the Black Messiah, was to take away MLK and to leave black people without a Messiah. That was his goal. So if everything...
Hey, they got a series, y'all, called The Black Messiah. Y'all gotta go watch that. The Black Messiah. I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's on Netflix. I haven't watched it yet, but it's about the Black Panthers and all that. Fred Hampton.
That he ever wanted in life was to tarnish MLK's legacy. What exactly made whatever investigation he did that he uncovered these extramarital affairs? He was on the phone like boo loving to white women. He was doing orgies with white women, right? He was cheating on his wife. He was present for this and this and this, right? Like plagiarism. How do we know that's factual and that's true? They never released anything. So
even if it was true, it doesn't stop what the man was trying to do. I'm just saying the man might have not been perfect, but we still love him for what he tried to do for our people. So y'all can cancel all this personal life type shit. Like, I don't give a damn about none of that type shit.
As you assassinate this man's character to big up Charlie Kirk, you're doing it assuming that J. Edgar Hoover is telling the truth.
He was alleged to have watched sexual assault take place. He was alleged to have done...
So he's the head of the FBI, and he alleged. Now we ain't talking about a cop. We ain't talking about a regular citizen that's a witness. We talking about the head of the FBI, and they saying that allegedly. Run that back. We gotta run that back.
Right? Like plagiarism. How do we know that's factual and that's true? They never released anything. So as you assassinate this man's character to big up Charlie Kirk, you're doing it assuming that J. Edgar Hoover is telling the truth.
He was alleged to have watched sexual assault take place. He was alleged to have done numerous...
So we talking about the 60s. How did he watch it? Was you there? See, that's what I'm talking about. Like we're talking about the 60s, bro. They saying that they watched Martin Luther King. Man, come on, bro. Y'all tripping, bro. Like,
dangerous and
what the
that
fuck
kind of
is
career.
really
So
going on
a lot
here?
of stuff that he was saying and a lot of stuff that he had credit for, might have been BS, and he wasn't the person he painted himself as. Where Kirk was super Christian, super good guy. And you don't think if MLK was alive today, he'd be using the hell out of social media?
How do we know Kirk was a super good guy? We don't know his life personally. We don't know what Charlie Kirk was going through in his life, his marriage. You know what I'm saying? Being away from his wife, on tour,
Of
whatever.
course he would be. So it's a
He'd be a live streaming machine.
Yeah, all day, every day.
Playing video games and, you know, saying what he's saying.
He's a menace today.
Yeah.
Even if we concede the character issues, which we are not conceding it because, again, it has not been confirmed. But even if we want to concede the character issues, and trust me, I was somebody who once believed these things about MLK until I read up on J. Edgar Hoover and his literal obsession with MLK. But if we concede the character flaws, okay.
It was almost like the Tupac thing, like how everybody was just jealous of Tupac. It's almost like the same type thing, and he was raised by the Black Panthers, so it's kind of like that.
What do the character flaws have to do with the work? What has Charlie Kirk done that can amount to the Civil Rights Act of 1965? What has Charlie Kirk done that can amount to the Voting Rights Act of 1965? What has Charlie Kirk done that can amount to desegregating the Montgomery bus? What has Charlie Kirk done that can amount to anything MLK has done? And this narrative, by the way, because
I gotta say, your boy Flacco, that's what we reacted to. Poetic Flacco cooking. He cooking a little. He cooked a little bit on this one
because MLK is just looked at as a godfather. We kind of see him older than what he was. Charlie Kirk died at 31 years old. MLK died at 35. They lived like for a similar amount of time, a 4 years difference. Look at what MLK accomplished. Look at what Charlie Kirk accomplished. Also, if you think MLK had a $130 million budget, what do you think MLK would have accomplished? MLK already accomplished 30 to.
That's back. Just think back then, if Martin Luther King would have had a $130 million purse to help the people, man, it would be different right now.
3 times more than Charlie Kirk. It's not even close. But if MLK had the backing of $100+ million annually, what do you think MLK would have done with that money? How far do you think MLK would have taken us? Now, Charlie to me is at a disadvantage because Charlie isn't represented in a oppressed group of people.
The man cooking, like, hey, he might be, he might be putting a little bit of mama's cooking on it, bro. Like, I don't know.
MLK stepped up at a time where minorities were being oppressed, where he literally had grounds to make up and he got things done. Charlie, again, is no fault of his own, but he didn't have to deal with that era. He was not placed in an era where he had to advocate for people who were being oppressed, who didn't have rights in this country. And that's the difference. Now, Adam, I think eventually calls out that dude for saying some BS and trying to tarnish MLK's legacy. But Patrick Bet-David then begins, by the way, right? So
I just think this is a hit piece on Martin Luther King. I think they trying to drag this man's name through the mud. The man been dead since the 60s, bro. Like, why y'all let that man rest, bro?
He begins to make a prediction that I think is probably the dumbest prediction ever. If we were betting, man, he will lose every single penny of this prediction.
No, he would be. But by the way, in my opinion, I want to go to the next story. My opinion, they both have a massive impact. Martin Luther King is a painting. I have two of a painting of him in my house that he's in. He's one of the only 8 characters in that painting that I have. But to me, Charlie Kirk is bigger than Martin Luther King, period.
Bigger how?
Your taxes 100% free in the app if you didn't file with us last year. Just file with TurboTax.
I gotta look up who the hell this dude is.
He's more than MLK. He didn't get things done at the level of MLK. And if we're talking about bigger in terms of fame, Charlie Kirk isn't even 1,000th of millionth as famous as MLK. Yo, this level of delusion only exists from a certain group of people, bro.
You gotta remember how famous Martin Luther King was famous since the I at least say the 60s. Wilson say the 60s. Martin Luther King has been famous since the 60s. Charlie Kirk is only, I think he passed away at 31 or something like that. Like,
most people would hear this and say, damn, Dave, like, you wrong, bro. Like, Charlie was more than an internet personality. They hear it and they just go off the wall, which is absolute lies. Now, watch him explain why he thinks Charlie is bigger than MLK.
Charlie Kirk, there's 4,600 hours of him. There's only about 4,200 hours of MLK speaking. You talk about the personal life, even if you go watch some of his documentary, if you type in some of the, just type in Dead Mentors, is the painting, that's what you gotta type. If you go look at some of his documentaries and what he's done, Dead Mentors, not the Dude Romney, Dead Mentors. There you go, that's a good images and you'll see it. So, no, but to me, Charlie Kirk, what he did is a lot tougher, much bigger. I wouldn't say much tougher because MLK, what he did at his time was tough, but Charlie Kirk made a massive, massive impact. MLK, peaceful protest, the things that he did. Selma followed his story very closely, but I just think Charlie's legacy is going to be bigger long term than MLK's, my opinion. I think Charlie's legacy is going to be not 2 times, 100 times bigger than MLK's long term.
It has to be drugs, bro. It gotta be.
yeah, you on drugs. You got to be smoking. Ain't no motherfucking way, bro. I know you fucking lying.
Oh, homie. It has to be, bro. Because this is just a baseless, they're just talking. They are verbally jerking off. They're just talking. You have no foundation to stand on. This is a baseless thing. This is just a baseless prediction. That's like me saying, yo, I'm Poetic Flacco, I never drop music. Hey, bro, in 100 years, Poetic Flacco will be a bigger musical artist than Michael Jackson. With what exactly? There's no, there's nothing that you could provide that would make you making this prediction make sense 100 times. Fan.
Hey, I like the way he put it, bro. I like the way
Jesus Christ's legacy is not 1,000 times bigger than MLK. Do you guys understand how huge MLK is? Like how famous, how major, how revered MLK is. MLK won a Nobel Peace Prize, bro.
Kendrick did too.
This is just disrespectful and dumb, man. Now, at least one of them tried to check them for disrespecting MLK, but as soon as he got on them for disrespecting MLK, they all of a sudden want to move on. When somebody trying to defend MLK, all of a sudden, let's move on.
Simply because there's more stuff that's documented with Charlie than there was with MLK.
I don't know if Charlie's gonna end up being bigger than MLK. Regardless, to me, MLK, Charlie Kirk.
Bruh, this man will never be big. I don't know why they keep saying it. They keep saying it over and over, bruh. It's not gonna be. They're not like, bruh, every city in America got an MLK Street, bruh. Damn near. Every big city in America got an MLK Street.
Some of the greatest Americans to ever live. You only try to assassinate the people who are the people moving the needle. Abraham Lincoln, JF.
Better come to Atlanta, but hey, MLK go. Yeah, it go
They
long
tried
way.
Trump, MLK. So I'm just saying, our friend Brandon over here basically only listed the negative about MLK.
Because he said he was perfect.
Okay, who said he's perfect?
Dave Chappelle did.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, but he made him sound like he was perfect.
Okay, but to only highlight the negatives of MLK is doing a disservice to MLK and the country.
All right, let's go
He
to
was
the
one of
next
the greatest
thing.
Americans
Guys,
ever.
commerce.
As soon as Adam says he's one of the greatest American patriots, let's move on. Enough MLK. All right, man. Now, the metric he's using is apparently speaking hours, which is just stupid. Of course, Charlie Kirk has more speaking hours.
Man, hey, y'all kicking me in the Karma Cafe. I want y'all to like, subscribe, share, definitely hit notification. Peace and one.